One day, you're curled up in a rocking chair rocking your baby, and the next, you're standing in an empty room, wondering how the years disappeared so fast. Today, we're talking about the emotional tides of motherhood. From breastfeeding to saying goodbye at the dorm, and how to honor every season without losing yourself in the process. This is our very first episode of the Empty Nest Mom podcast, and we couldn't be more excited to be with you this morning. Our episodes will drop every Wednesday morning, so make sure you follow, subscribe, and share so that you never miss a conversation that feels like a warm hug and a pep talk all rolled into one. I want to take a minute to introduce you to the amazing mamas behind this community. First up is Macy. She's in one of those most tender and transformative seasons of motherhood, saying goodbye to the breastfeeding chapter. She's living the tug of war between holding on and moving forward. And today she's opening up about what that's really like. If you have ever had to let go of something that once defined your days, you're going to connect with this. Macy, give us a wave. Next, we have Lauren. Lauren is a photographer, wife, and a mom of two who has a gift for freezing the fleeting moments of motherhood before they slip away. She's navigating the balance between raising a middle schooler and a preschooler, running her business, and savoring those simple joys in between. Her story is a reminder to see the beauty in every season when life feels like it's moving just a little too fast. Lauren, give us a wave. Then we have Beth, a mom who wears more hats in a single day than most of us wear in a year. She's a homeschool teacher, a volleyball coach, and a mom. And she's juggling it all with grit and heart. She's here to talk about finding yourself in the middle of the chaos and why that matters. Now we're turning to Jill, who's just stepped back into the school halls after a summer filled with family, grandkids, and long, unhurried days. She's in that bittersweet place where you close the door on one season and opens it to another, while keeping traditions like Sunday dinner alive. Her story reminds us that some things are worth protecting, no matter what or how life changes. Hey, Jill. And joining us is Michelle, officially stepping into the empty nest season with an open heart and a sense of adventure. She's embracing the quiet, not as a loss, but as an invitation to rediscover herself. Her perspective will inspire you to see a change as a gift. Hey, Michelle.
Hey.
And then finally, we have myself, Mandy. I am the heart behind the Empty Nest Mom and a leader who knows how to hold space for moms in every season. I have seen firsthand how lessons from early motherhood shape the way that we lead in life, family, and community. Today, I am going to tie all of our stories together so that you can see yourself in them, no matter where you are right now or what stage you're in. Before we keep going, I want to invite you to come hang out with us beyond this podcast. We're on Instagram and TikTok and Facebook at the Empty Nest Moms with an S at the end, where we share behind the scenes, honest product reviews and those real life moments that don't necessarily make a highlight reel. If you're a Pinterest mama, we've got recipes, mom hacks, and travel inspo. Pinterest.com/the empty nest moms. And for the mom life must-haves we actually use and love, check out our LTK shop. Just search the Empty Nest Moms on the app. Motherhood doesn't give you a warning. One day you're up all night nursing, Macy, and breathing in the smell of that sweet baby. The next, you're packing them for college, ladies, or watching them walk out the front door with car keys in hand. This isn't a highlight reel conversation. Today, we're talking about the joy, the ache, and the awkward in between. From the milk drunk newborn stage to the silent empty room stage, and every messy, beautiful, chaotic moment in between. So, Macy, let's talk a little bit with you first. We're starting to wean off breastfeeding. Is that right?
Yes, and it's not
Oh,
going the best. I'm still nursing once or twice at night, and then during the day, I'm not at all. But we haven't been nursing during the day for probably a month or two. So it's just at night, and it's just really hard because he wakes up, and if I nurse him, he'll go right back to sleep. But if I don't, then it's could be an hour, 2 hours that we're awake.
My goodness. So that's that struggle that yeah, that struggle that you have of do you continue doing it because it makes life so much easier on you?
And it's hard because it's like a comfort to him. So I feel guilty taking a comfort away from him.
Well, and
Mom
I think
guilt is real no matter what
yeah,
stage.
and it
hmm
was always a comfort to me too, and it was
hmm
really sad when I did quit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you could provide that.
Yeah.
But what about being the only one that can provide that? To me, that was always like, I felt like that's something that only I could do and only I could take care of.
And sometimes you feel like that's all you are to them.
Yes.
Sometimes, you're not, but sometimes it just feels like you're the milk maker. And
Oh my
it's hard,
goodness. Yeah.
especially if you're exclusively breastfeeding. I do both. I pump and breastfeed, but I only pump when I'm away from him at work or if we're just not together. And then I exclusively, or I guess I didn't exclusively breastfeed, but I breastfed when I was with him.
Right. Right. But it's breast milk then between too,
hmm
because you're pumping.
hmm
Mhm.
So exclusively
hmm
breast milk,
Yeah.
with it.
Yeah.
What made you think right now is when I want to change? What made you hit that point?
Well, one, I've had a friend that quit breastfeeding and like her baby was like 2. And she said that her baby started sleeping through the night.
So
So
you
that was
were
like,
ready for a sleep through the night.
yeah, kind of. I mean,
Yes.
I
Okay.
don't, it's okay. Like, I don't mind waking up a couple times a night, but like 3 or 4 times a night is just a lot.
Yeah.
That was like one of my thoughts, but also he's just to a stage where I feel like he doesn't need, like, I don't have to provide him breast milk. Like, he's
He's
not
starting to eat.
nutritionally
Yeah.
needing it right now.
Yeah.
So
'Cause how old is he now?
he is about to be 16 months.
16 months. Yeah. That's a great job. What a huge
Yeah.
accomplishment.
Yes. She's surpassed me. I couldn't do it for very long, so I'm proud.
Yeah.
I did
Yeah.
it for 19 months.
Wow. Good job. That is
Yeah.
I don't
awesome.
know, that was, like, one of the biggest accomplishments I've ever
Mhm.
done in my life, so
Yeah.
I was very much
Sometimes
done.
yeah,
Did
I'm
all of us
yeah.
breastfeed or Beth,
I did. Yeah,
Michelle?
with all 4.
I did not with both of mine.
Yeah. Okay. Well, sidebar, whether this makes me a good or bad mom, Lauren's probably going to chime in. Uh, but I did one of mine and not one of mine. And I caught grief.
You can gush, I bet you can gush.
Well, I pumped for Sky and for Skylar because she would never latch on. And then with Kate, and I was like, it's not even worth it.
I was reversed. So I was that way with Lauren. And I've caught grief for Lauren is almost 30. So let's go the whole time that she's been alive.
Fed is best.
Yep.
It's
So with
okay.
Macy, it was a lot harder for me.
And I was younger, like that young. And to be quite honest with Gracie, I was irritated. And so when my husband and her dad was alive, then he's like, oh, you're not going to breastfeed? Because we didn't really talk about it. And I said, well, I wasn't planning on it. And he's like, oh, then it was kind of like this little guilt thing. And so I'm like, fine. And so I said, if she just latches on and does it right now, then I'll do it. And I'll be darned if she didn't just do it. Forever changed in my life then. But, I remember that guilt. I remember being able to shoot milk across the room, but I
Yes.
remember the guilt at the end, with it. And so, man, what are you using? Are you using anything to kind of help at this point? Because I know finally, my youngest did not want to stop at all. And so I finally wrapped myself in an ace bandage and said a spider bit me. And Mama got bit by a spider. It's so bad. And so she would finally leave me alone.
I have taken like Sudafed to try and dry up my supply a little bit. I'd
Yeah.
heard that could help. And I think that's helped a little bit, but the last 2 days I only had a few of those to take.
Mhm.
And so like today my milk supply has feels like it's been back to where it was again. And so I had to pump some today.
Yeah.
But other than that, I haven't tried. It's like I'm starting the weaning process, but I'm like I'm not scared of how long it's going to take, I think. I think if I
Right.
could even just get him down to one time a night, that would be good.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not rushing it. In the beginning, when I first started, I was like, okay, cold turkey, I'm not breastfeeding right now. Like, we're just not doing
Yeah.
that. But then, like, knowing how hard it is, and also, like, I don't think he's going to be a cold turkey baby. He's just not going to be okay with that unless I did it. I
Yeah.
don't know. But so I haven't really used anything yet. But
Yeah.
if I make it to
Yeah.
18 months, I'll probably start. If
Yeah.
he's not
Yeah.
weaned by then,
Yeah.
I'll probably
Trying to
start
get
using something.
right. Right. Did you guys have anything you used to try to get it dried up or?
Mine automatically dried up with Macy. So I was
Really?
never very successful.
I call that lucky.
Yeah, kind of.
Yeah.
Beth, what did
I didn't try anything. I just didn't pump between, or I just pumped enough to give myself some relief. But there was some very uncomfortable days of engorgement. It was tough. Anybody need some milk for their cereal? Please.
Hey, listen, here's another thing. Back in the day, like mine was little. If I would have known you could have sold that stuff, I could have had like a freezer,
Very true.
freezer full.
Very true.
I
Come
still
on,
have
girl.
a freezer
You would
stash.
we would have had that as a business.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've donated some of mine.
Did you?
That's awesome.
And how do you know? Was it like to a friend, or how do you know where to donate?
Well, technically, it wasn't donation, I guess. We traded for it, I guess. I traded my breast milk, and she just gave me like diapers or a gift card to get diapers.
Really? That's awesome. I've never heard of that. I mean, I'm older, but
There's also donation places you can do it too. But
like online or
I mean, you can find them online. Yeah.
It's like through hospitals too. You can do,
Yeah, like for
but I could never donate mine because I had high lipase. I don't know if I'm saying that correctly, but it's like a ton of fat was in my milk. So anytime I would heat it up for Quinn or I would take it from the freezer, it would just taste so bad. Like it smelled like spit up. It
So
was
it
the
had to be
There's
weirdest
a
thing.
hack for that now. If you put like
Really?
a
You're
little
supposed to
bit
add
of
vanilla.
vanilla,
I tried that. She still would not
it
take
didn't
it. She
work.
would only take it
Huh.
from the tap. So I exclusively breastfed for the 19 months.
Oh my good. Another thing with that, just on a side note, it really intrigues me and I like it. I think it's a great thing for moms is Lauren, you as a photographer have several moms that you've done maternity pictures for and you do the newborn pictures for. In taking those pictures as a photographer, they reach out for breastfeeding sessions to you, which I think is so cool. I know Macy had
awesome.
done that as well.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just a huge accomplishment that people want to remember. I mean,
I
I think it's a
agree.
beautiful thing. I wish I would have. I mean, I took a ton of videos with Quinn, but I wasn't
Right.
able to with Channing because he was in the NICU.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and yours was
So
COVID, during those times and stuff with
yeah,
it. So the little times when they were doing that was a little bit different. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. That's awesome. But
Yeah.
I didn't know that was actually a photography session that was,
Yeah.
a possibility with
And I
it. It
think
just
that
seems to be a big thing
there's
now.
like a breastfeeding month,
Really?
and
That's
you can
amazing.
like a lot of photographers do sessions during that month or the day or week. I can't remember what it is exactly, but
Right. Right. I mean, it's
That's
just
awesome.
the things now that are available, and that's just I think it's so amazing just because we're honoring motherhood for true fashion and exactly why we're moms. I mean, the things that we do. And so I
Yeah.
think that's a great thing. So Macy, they can follow some of this journey with you and the things that you find to help and
Mhm.
do those things on our social media, right? You're
Yeah.
in tune to that and totally would be open to any questions or anything with it to try
Yeah.
to help in any way that you could. But on
My
the same
favorite
token for that, take some advice as well, right?
Yes, my favorite thing is to like any of my friends that are like just had babies after me and they ask me about breastfeeding. I'm just like so happy to like tell them and like here's a whole kit that this was my favorite things to do or to use. That's
Yep.
my favorite thing.
That's awesome though. That's
So
awesome. So
sweet.
anyone who has those questions and stuff, will have a opportunity to be able to ask and to help out with some advice on that. I always look at it and I think for you, Macy, I look at it and I think, you think you're gonna cry because it's over, but then
Mhm.
sometimes you cry because it's finally okay to sleep through the night. So you do have some good things coming, I feel like, with it.
Mhm.
I'm thinking about Beth, and I look at Beth, and Macy's so busy trying to get all those things and still working and doing those things, and then we jump to Beth during this season where we're kind of getting back to school and doing all kinds of things, and you're balancing homeschool. So last time I talked to you, you were kind of trying to get everything prepped. You just got back from
Yep.
a where did you went to Florida and got back from was it a literary thing or
We went with our church youth group to Florida. And so we got back last Saturday and then went straight into volleyball. And I'm like, I have to get the school stuff ready. I have to get the school stuff ready. So that's happening tomorrow. I'll have to share all the things that I do from getting
yeah,
ready
that'll be
to,
amazing. That'll be amazing. I know so many people are moving to that homeschool side
Yeah.
now for so many different reasons. I mean, there's
Mhm.
so many more opportunities, even
yeah,
from your oldest when you
yes,
start doing that to, which is my age. And then it's just
yeah,
so many things that have opened up on that. And that's like from laws and all kinds of
Yeah.
things, not just Hey School and all those. So can you tell
right.
us a little bit about how you do that? I mean, how do you do that prep for that and being a coach, and you do a lot for your church. Your faith is like in the center point for you,
Yeah.
and then a wife and a mom.
I used to not balance it well at all, actually. And
And that's
I
okay.
realized it's
Mhm.
okay. I just felt like that one thing was getting most of the focus and it wasn't my home. And that's my first, God is who comes first, then my husband, then my children, my family, my home life was taking almost a back burner. And volleyball stuff was getting done, but not in the right order. And so I started it might be a late night, but I just prefer to get all my church stuff done. Like I was just before we got together, I got several months of things done there.
Let me ask you. So when you're talking about your church stuff, are you talking about that as a basis for your homeschool, or do you do something outside of homeschool that with your church that you want to
Yeah,
share?
I am a connect minister at my church. So right now I'm helping do some behind the scenes things for the kids area, getting all the volunteer schedules and all that. And so they need to know when they are going to serve. So I do a schedule for them. And so
Gotcha.
I wanted to get that done for several months so that I can focus on getting the school stuff ready for tomorrow. And so then I'll probably prep 3 months of school tomorrow so
Oh.
that
My,
then we're going into a tournament this week and it'll be every day of the week in volleyball. So I'll plan I'll
but you
plan meals.
practice
Yeah.
and things,
Yeah.
yeah.
So that's where I had to, instead of trying to do everything in one day, I'm like, you know what? I just need to take this time and that just is what works for me. And
Right.
so then nobody's waiting on me. I can't stand for someone to be waiting on me.
Yeah. On that homeschool, when you're doing that and you're planning, you're talking about planning and stuff with it. I know a lot of people talk about when you join someone else, like another homeschool
Like a
co-op.
co-op.
Yeah, do
Mhm.
you do that or have you done
Yeah,
that?
we
Or
do.
yeah,
Yeah, we do that. We have a co-op in a city just about 20 miles from us, and the kids can get together and they'll do a class together with a larger group of kids, like speech. Who wants to do speech at home to your siblings? I wouldn't. And so or
we have
biology,
our
like a
honesty
dissect.
here.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Or a dissection class. It's more fun to do that with a larger group of people. And so, like, one year I taught personal finance class to a
Oh
group of high
yeah.
school students. And so, it's stuff like that, and then they'll have a PE class, and then we go to Chick-fil-A because that's what you do.
I think Chick-fil-A, I'd read something where don't they do homeschool things? Like they offer like a homeschool morning or something with it. I've seen that in a couple
I'm
places.
not sure, but I would like to get in on that.
Yeah, no kidding. Hey, reach out to us, Chick-fil-A. We want to know. We want to share this with our
Yes.
moms.
Seriously.
Yeah, they seem very community driven and stuff on there.
Yeah, they do let, kids that are 14 and 15 be employed there. They're one of
Wow.
the few companies that will take younger kids, probably because they know
I
that
think Culver's
there
does
are a
too.
group of people.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Sometimes in Brahms as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Just little tip for everybody that's
That's right. That's right. That's what we're here for, right? You might do a
Yeah.
review on that one.
exactly. Yeah, like right now, my homeschool closet is filled with Sam's rolls of toilet paper and paper towel. Those are going to have to go somewhere else. So, out and get it all nice and neat and organized so that the girls can go in and grab their books when it's ready and
Or their roll of toilet paper, if it might be in
or a
there.
toilet paper roll, whatever.
That's
And it makes me
hilarious.
feel happy too.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
yeah.
Yes. Huh. So, I hear you talking about the homeschool and your faith and the volleyball. And I do know for a fact that every one of your girls dance.
Yes.
Let's not leave that out, Beth. You're a superhero.
No.
I'm telling you.
That is, and they're all 4 going to dance again. Isabel, she graduated 2 years ago and took the year off thinking that her life would take another turn.
Yes.
And, that didn't work out. And, so she's gonna dance again, so I'll have 4 in dance again. She'll join a college class, so
That's
I'm
awesome.
excited. Yeah.
And now do you guys dance? You dance with a local place?
Yes. I always say that place is more than dance for us. It's a community. Uh, the teacher is a fellow homeschool mama. She's got 4 children as well,
She's
and
a
her 2
sweetheart.
youngest are students of mine in volleyball, so it just kinda
Oh, that's
all
awesome. That's awesome. Now, you've went to that same place the entire time, is that right?
Yes, I went there when Isabel was 1, and they had a mommy and me class. They still have it, and, it was just something nice to do with her,
Yeah.
and then she would go off to her big girl class, and I'd have another baby in the mommy and me class.
You just kinda
They
kept
would go off,
Yep, that's
and then
right.
we did that 4 times.
That's right.
So we've been there for, 18 years.
Okay, so
Wow.
tell us who it is. Let's give a shout out there.
Solomon's Dance Studio, Charity Solomon is the teacher.
And where's that
She's
located?
incredible. Neosho, Missouri.
No one would be disappointed, would they?
No.
No, they would not.
I
She's
danced with
amazing.
Charity.
Yes. That's awesome.
I was
That
actually in dance class with Charity.
That's so cool.
boy, we might ask you to
Dance.
show us a little boogie there. Later. It's too late right now.
Yeah.
Too early.
That is so cool.
So the whole thing I hear, Beth, is you've got all these things going on, which is amazing, amazing, amazing. Okay. But when do we have time for Beth as a mom and Beth as Beth? See that?
Those moments are few and far between, but the one thing that I love to do is I love to get my nails done, and I have a standing appointment with my girl at least once a month. That is me time.
That's right. As long as you're
And
planning it.
whatever your thing is, it could be going to Sonic and having a shake by yourself, whatever. I do that as well.
So if you could give us just a one-liner that was inspiring for everyone, what would that be?
Well, I tell you, there's so many, but I would say, I'm not just a coach or the teacher. I'm still me, and I just don't wanna forget her in the middle of the chaos.
That's so perfectly said. As long as you don't forget you still have that time
Absolutely.
with it. That's so important. And I think that, as we've discussed and stuff, we'll be talking more on all those things on here, so everyone can kind of see some of these journeys and stuff that you have, and especially the homeschool journey that you're doing along with your faith. I mean, you're very, very much wanting to share those things. So, I got to bounce over to Jill for just a little bit. So I do that because Jill and one other mom, which you're going to meet shortly, are the only ones that are associated with the, let's see, public school system right now, right, Jill?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you're going back,
Yes.
or you went back.
I went back. We went back this last week without kids, but it was really good.
Yeah. How was that?
It's exciting. It's a lot of work trying to put the school back together, put the classrooms back together, get everything ready
Getting
for
everything
back
kind
to
of
school
moving.
night.
Oh, yes. Yes. They still do the
Yes.
back to school night. Yep.
Oh,
Yep.
yes, they still do it, and it's a big thing. So
Yeah.
I'm
So
in
that's
the
kind of maybe a bittersweet thing here because
yes.
you're going your kids are out, and so you're going to go with no kids, and it's been
Yes.
that way for a couple of years, but you were there when they were young as well,
Right.
correct?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
It was wonderful to be there with them. But the
Yeah.
first year back with no kids there was just
I
weird.
imagine that would
Like,
be
why
tough.
am I here?
Yeah. Yeah. They would always come looking for you, and then now that's
They
probably
would.
not true,
Yeah.
with
No,
it. But more than that, what about, come on, let's be honest, those lazy mornings you got to lay in bed?
I miss them already. It's only been a week.
Trade that for some bus rides or some
I
early morning.
I miss the days of just getting up and going into the living room in my pajamas and just
Yep.
vegging out until I had to.
Yep. Yep.
That part's a
You know, it, it's probably one of those things, where it's a little bit exhausting at first getting back to that new routine.
oh, yeah. The
Yeah.
first 2 days are usually pretty good,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
then
With
the
kids or without kids?
without kids. I
Okay.
mean, with kids, it's exhausting all week long,
Yes.
but
Yes.
without
Yes.
kids, even though just getting into the swing of it.
When you're looking at it, what level of kids do you work with? What age group?
I'm young. I work with kindergarten through 2nd grade
Oh,
in the
yeah.
SPED department. Yes.
So on that kindergarten, I know, and I don't know about you guys, but I know me as a mom, I worried about my kid. Like I would drop him off because I'm going to tell you, my kid, my oldest, she bawled every day. I did not know how I was going to make it through. I thought homeschooling more than once just to save my sanity. But my other one cried as well. I look at it and I'm like, you're a saving grace to a lot of parents, is how I see that, because you're just a genuine and nurturing, and you're kind of that mom that always had everyone there with you at your house, and you had that coverage. So what advice could you give moms about dropping them off?
It may be rough the first few days, but it's going to get easier. The more you do it, the more you let them do it, it's going to get easier.
Create that habit.
Yes, it is a habit, and it is
Yeah.
rough, and I feel for them every time.
Yeah. Yeah. And
It does get
my
better.
question would be, do they stop? Do they stop crying?
Yes, some take a little longer than others, but they do
Yeah.
stop. And it might
Yeah.
be that they cry every morning, but it's a shorter amount of time when they cry, which
Yeah.
is,
And so what do you think is the best way to do that? Do you just turn around and walk away?
I mean, yes, you give them a hug, you give them a squeeze, you give them that final kiss and say, you got this, it's going to be okay. And then you just kind of have to go off.
I totally get that. And here's my other thing. I want to be very realistic, because here at the Empty Nest Mom on this podcast, we are so real. You are going to get so real all the time. Now, Michelle's going to laugh because she's going to know this to be true. I'm just not going to lie to any of you. But after about 3 weeks of that hugging them, just give them a nice little hug. About that third week, I'm giving a really nice little squeeze and saying, all right, so the next time that we cry, you're going to get a really tight squeeze, and I'm going to tell you how I'm taking you to the bathroom. And we ain't going to the bathroom because I'm exhausted by that time. So what advice would you have gave me?
Same thing. It gets easier.
Yeah. Walk away.
You have to be able to trust these adults that you're leaving your children with. And,
That's accurate right there.
just kind of make friends with them and know that they're going to check on your child for you,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah. Kind of trust that that's going to happen with it. And
Yes.
there's so many good people
Yeah,
in that
there are.
system and stuff with it on it. And,
I love it.
so yeah. And so, Jill, something with you, and something that I know is when everything changes, when everything changes,
Mhm.
you always have a Sunday after church lunch or something, that just to remind you that this is the good and this is my family. And that's just something that you always, you like to do, and you always kind of
Yes.
plan, and you always try to have that as like your focus back, and you can be
Yeah.
right back in there. I always see you, with that as a family. It's kind of one of those traditional things.
It is. It's something that I just, everybody's spread out right now. And so it's just being able to have them come back, all of us together to reset. And it just does me good. It gives me the peace that I need to know that they're all good.
Yeah. Yeah. And, even at the end and stuff, like as meaning like getting older and stuff, and you look at those are things that just will be cherished forever. And I'm sure
Oh,
that
yeah.
you had a tradition of as you grew up and stuff with that
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah. I just think it's important for the grandkids and everybody, when I was
Yep.
growing up, I didn't have my grandkids very close, and so we weren't able to get this. And
Yeah.
so it's just
No,
something
that's,
that I think we
Yeah.
need as long
yeah.
as we can do
Yeah.
it, just to be grounded.
Absolutely. Absolutely. It's just something that you can always go back to. And that memory just will be embedded forever. Speaking of Sunday lunches and Sunday things, Michelle shares that as well. I don't know if you guys know that, but I do know that a lot of times Saturday or Sunday, you'll have your girls over and have a lunch or a dinner.
Yeah, we try to. Since Kate and Skylar are both working nights, weird shifts, it's a lot more difficult. But my mom always did it when my kids were small before she passed away. And so it's something that I've always enjoyed.
Right, right. And you um, are officially an empty nester now. You've entered this season. Yes. Yes. And how does that feel? I mean, I know how it felt for me. So I'm kind of
Mhm.
curious.
Well, I mean, I was pretty emotional about it at first, but then, the whole moving thing got drug out and all that stuff. And I'm just like, go, take your stuff and go.
Are we moving?
Exactly. I mean, like you can walk in a room today and be like, someone still lives here. I mean, she took her computer and her lamp, and someone still lives here because everything else is still there.
My goodness. So how did that feel though? Like, was it just, I know for me, I kind of anticipated it going in because I knew she wanted to go
Mhm.
to college, on there. And I know Jill kind of had a little bomb drop on hers a little bit. And sometimes maybe that's the best way.
I mean, when we got back from Ireland,
We did go to Ireland.
yes, the week after that, Kate was home for dinner 'cause she wasn't working. And she
Was it a family dinner? I mean, did you have, or was,
No, it was just her dad and I and her, and she told us that she was moving in with her boyfriend. And I was surprised at the timing because I thought it would be a little while longer before she did it, but I wasn't surprised that she was doing it.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. You anticipated it. It just was
Yeah, I thought it'd be 6 months down the road, 8 months down the road, something. I didn't think it'd be this soon.
that soon. Yeah.
Exactly how I felt, Michelle. It's exactly how it happened. Except I was in Colorado with Mandy
Yeah.
when my bomb dropped.
So, Michelle, describe your feeling for it, though. I mean, was it like, "Hey, I hate this and it sucks," or I mean, what was the emotion that come with that? Just so that we can share it, because it is hard, whether you're living up to it or it's just boom. It's hard.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely hard. And like I said, I was emotional in the beginning, but my daughters are 100% always going to do what they want to do. So, I mean, you just have to let them make their own mistakes or make their own happiness, whichever way it goes. I've kind of accepted that along the path because, I mean, there are just numerous times throughout them growing up where, I would have preferred they done one thing and they did the exact opposite.
Yeah.
So, and not that they've made bad choices because I don't think they have. It's just, they didn't always choose the same path I would have chose for them. And I think they've done a great job. So I'm
Right.
sure it'll work out.
Right. Right. Whichever way they're going is positive, and you
Yeah.
know that. But still, yet when that first emotion comes, I mean, it, I don't know. I've went back and forth because like I seen it coming, and so like I think I started crying probably December. But
Mhm.
so I don't know if that's like, is it better? I mean, we ask ourselves, is it better to know it, or is it better just to boom, spring it on you? You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, like when Caton told me, I kind of just went silent, I guess. And like for the rest of the night, she was like kind of walking around the house behind me and saying stuff because I guess she just wanted to feel like I was okay
Okay.
with it,
Yeah.
and she
Mhm.
wasn't getting that feeling. So I kind of
Validation.
tried to do better at being okay with it.
Still being a mom, still feeling guilt, and just still taking it on to make everyone else feel better. You
But
know?
I mean, yeah. And I
Yeah.
mean, she seems happy. So I mean, I'm fine with it because that's what matters.
Ultimately, that's it. I mean, so how do you see yourself being able to embrace that as a gift and not like a loss? What do you do? I mean, do you make more time for you? as an empty nest, or how do we go there?
Well, honestly, I mean, by the time I go to the gym in the morning and drive to and from work because it's so far, I mean, I'm at home 2.5 hours at night before I go to bed.
Yeah.
So I don't have much of an evening. And on the weekends, walking is my thing. So I walk 3 hours on Saturday and
It's not
Sunday,
just
and
walking, it is like professional walking, you know?
16-pound weighted vest I'm wearing now.
My goodness, 16? And
Yep.
you wear the arm weights or the leg weights?
No, just a weighted vest, 16-pound weighted vest.
Girl, you're a top-notch professional.
No kidding.
I'm
That's
not even
that's my
kidding.
me time, is that.
Yeah. Yeah, and is that just, like, your time that you just think and try to sort out what
Yeah, I mean, you're out. I do it, live a very rural area, so I, just enjoy nature.
Yeah.
It's my therapy, I guess.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's a great way to say. I mean, and even if the thought of like, what do I want to start doing again? What new routines do I want to make? I mean, now it's you. You get to decide, do I really want to go to dinner with that person that asked me? Do I really want to go to Ireland with that person that asked me? I get to know because I can make a decision. So it's kind of like that quiet. It's not a punishment. It's more of an invitation to myself to start thinking of myself,
Yeah.
just kind of some great therapy. I mean, any other advice you'd like to give any of the moms? I mean, I look at it and think I really liked it when you said, this is my me time, and I can kind of start to think and, you made them feel good so that, I mean, that's just full transparency as a mom.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know that I have any great advice, but I strongly believe that you have to let your kids make their own mistakes, and they're going to make mistakes, and they're going to make their own happiness. And you've just got to let them learn on their own.
Yeah, that's so accurate. So accurate. You've always been a career woman and always worked and done those things. And, always still yet had time for your kids, was always there. You'd wrote your blog and we'd put that out on our website, theemptynestmom.com. And it's about the career mom, who chose that path, and you can still choose yourself. You can still work, still love your kids. But, the one thing I guarantee you is you're going to have judgmental people, and that's fine. From what I learned from your blog is that those people can judge, but you know what? As long as you're happy and you've made those choices, you can still work, you can still have your kids, you can still bake the cookies, you can still have the birthday party, and I would tell you, this is just totally open and honest. Michelle has more birthday parties in her family
Yeah.
human I have ever met.
That's because I come from a very fertile family. There are lots of children.
I say because I'll be like, hey, you want to go to Ireland? Let me check and see if I have a birthday party. But that's funny. So, Lauren, now let's learn just a little bit more about you. You are coming out of a stage and going into a new stage. You have a middle schooler, which to me, excuse my verbiage, is the epitome of hell. And then you also have a newborn.
A newborn.
Not a newborn.
Don't
I
put me
lied.
through that again.
Lord have mercy. No, you don't have a newborn. You have preschool. I looked at Macy when I was thinking newborn, and hers isn't even a newborn. What am I thinking? But so you have preschooler that's getting ready. And so you have one, oh my gosh, your blog, as I'm thinking about this, was having one and letting one go a little bit more. I mean, can you give us a little more idea of where you're at?
It's just all weird right now. I literally don't see one of them at all, and then the other is glued to my side constantly.
Yeah.
I mean, it's
Secretly
just
on
weird.
the side, since I'm her mom, I'm sitting here going,
Yeah.
remember when you cried every day for the first year going to school and I couldn't leave you?
Yeah. Well, no comment on that.
No
but
comment. It was real.
Don't
Yeah,
worry, I
so
did
Oh,
that
how the
too.
tables have turned.
yeah, I think I've apologized to her enough that we don't have to bring anything else up.
I think I actually have these women in front of me to say, yes, you have multiple times. But
Yeah.
so tell us about that transition though, because I know that the middle school transition is very, very difficult for not only those kids, but moms. because you're feeling that need. And it probably helps having your preschooler still need you. I know when you and your sister were together, it was encouraging for me because I still had someone who needed me.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. I think I don't know, it's nice to have her because we are so connected because
Yeah.
I'm able to stay home with her. So that's
Yeah.
nice, but also it gets very annoying and very overwhelming all the
Yeah.
time,
Overstimulated.
constantly. But I am very excited to start having a routine in the mornings.
Yeah.
It is weird having a middle schooler now, though, especially in public school. We just had to sit down with him and have the conversation of watch what you send your friends,
Yeah.
cyberbullying, and this and this and this. And of
Well, and I think
course,
now and there's something where you can't take phones and stuff. I think I saw that somewhere. Or
yeah, you can't have
is
phones
that
at
Yeah.
still
all,
too?
but I'm still sending him with one because I
That's the
think it is
statings, right?
stupid. That's my
Yeah.
opinion on that.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I could see, maybe not in the classroom, like keep it in your bag or something. That'd be my opinion that I would want, but
well,
not
he's
that
had
it
a phone
matters.
since
So they're
Just
not
'cause
allowed to bring it
last
at all?
year,
No,
and
they're not.
I mean, he took it every single day, and at least if I was late
it's a
to the
safety
pickup
net
line, I
for a
could
lot of
text him,
people.
but
That safety net and having that is a lot. I mean, and Jill, you probably have some insight too
Yeah.
to that being in school with it. It's
So
probably a lot of like parents are probably feeling a lot of
they
anxiety
are.
and stuff.
And as a parent, I would have been the same way.
Absolutely.
I would have been nervous wreck with them not having one. However,
Yeah.
working at the school, I can see the side of the school, and the
Right.
fact that it's the
Right.
state that's making it happen.
Yeah. Yeah. It's being handed
Yeah.
down.
It is. So
Yes.
the schools
Yes.
have to follow it.
Right.
I
Right.
Well, let's
understand both of it.
rewind. Let's rewind 40 years. I mean, we didn't have cell phones at school
No.
and we survived just fine. Our parents survived just
That's
fine
right.
without being able to contact us
Yeah.
all day long.
That's right.
I
And it was
do
almost a bit of a freedom, you know?
I do feel like it's a little different though. These kids are going from having a phone 24/7 all the time.
Yeah.
And so yes, like I see both sides of it because like
Mhm.
I grew up like half the time I didn't have a phone and then I hit like high school and I had a phone. And so like I think these kids are nervous too and like this world is scarier than it used to be too, or at least
It
it
is
looks
scarier. Yes.
scarier. And it's just I think it is a little bit hard for some of these kids going from having a phone all the time and then
Right.
like
I'm,
it just being stripped from them.
I'm sure it is hard for them because they're on their phones all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it
Is
is.
that a good thing? No, but I feel
No,
like
I
it
agree.
does
I
contribute.
agree.
Right.
I mean, I agree with that, but it is the whole thing of, just an added security for both sides,
Yeah.
Right.
on it. Boy, I look at it, Michelle and Jill, I don't know that, because you're kind of in and out of it. But for me, I'm thinking, I'm just dang glad I ain't got no kid in school.
Glad we didn't have phones when we were younger.
I said
Yeah.
that recently. I said, I don't know what would have happened had I had social media or a phone as a
That's
kid.
right. That's
I'm
right.
just
That's right.
thankful that I didn't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
Me too.
Yeah. Well, and I was even to the point with my kids where I would get I have that Life 360. B, I would get irritated because dang it, if I'm paying for your phone, you better answer that thing as soon as I call, when I call, because I know you're texting someone.
And Life 360 is for me to know where you are. Do not text me asking while I'm at Sonic. Since
I'm having my shake. Leave me alone.
yeah, or you're at 7 Brew. Can you bring me? I'm like, no. And stop looking at Life 360 for me.
And then if you turn it off, then it goes something like this. Did you turn your Life 360 off? No.
Yes.
No.
Seriously.
Come
Like, I
on.
don't need you watching me.
That's
It's for
right.
me to watch you.
That's right. That
I
whole
am
Life.
lucky. I am lucky that all three of my kids still have Life 360 on their phones for
Girl,
me.
you are
For
lucky.
my,
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
and I have yours too.
I feel like mine is because they're tracking me. So that was like very valid on it. So I completely agree with that. Yeah, Lauren, we're kind of finishing up that talk on those phones about the goods, the pros, the cons, all those things, on
Yeah.
there. So just kind of wondering how that goes. And, and you still have another year with your little one,
Yeah, can you hear me at all?
So that's super exciting. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're covering it, baby. Come on.
Hello.
You look cross-eyed, right? That's hilarious. Made fun of you the whole time because you cried every day on the way to school. Sorry. Not sorry. Okay. Anyway, she can't really say anything. I'm going to take advantage of every benefit. Are you there? I'll stop making fun of you for a minute. Oh, wait, there she is. There's two of her. No, she's coming back with a vengeance. Yeah. No, it's all good. But, having that other one, the younger one there, that kind of saves you a little bit, I think, on, emotions and the rawness of it. It does help, I feel like. So, and then to just tell everyone a little bit about myself is, I really hold a very special place for all the moms. I don't feel like moms get enough attention and get enough credit. Some of them probably get too much attention, kids and all those things, and you get tired. And I really wanted to create a place where moms can all feel like they have a community for it, because I don't feel like all those moms get seen, get heard enough. It's such a special thing. And it's hard. It's so hard. And so I hold a very special place in my heart for that. I am empty nest. I cried so much. I'm not afraid to say that. A lot of that crying I did when I wasn't around anyone, because I felt like that's just how I deal with things. And I probably, just take a step back from everything and try to deal with those things on myself. Not that that's actually something that you should do. You should probably have more of a supportive community. And to say that this was a lot of my community that I had. And so over that time frame, I have just felt like we have so much to share and so many opportunities coming. We just really want to place a special emphasis for moms, all moms in all seasons of life. We just want to be that community for everyone with it. So these conversations matter so much to us, and we really just want moms to be seen, heard, and made feel important. And because those are things that we wanted as well. Leadership in motherhood is partly knowing when to hold on and partly knowing when to let go, and then when just to take someone's hand and walk with them. And to me, that's being a mom on it. That's just kind of where I am in my journey, and I just wanted to make sure all moms were seen and heard with it. So thank you for spending this morning with us, learning a little bit more about us as moms and with all of us here at the Empty Nest Mom podcast. Don't forget to hit subscribe and leave us just a quick review. It helps more moms find us. Then head on over to theemptynestmom.com. Subscribe so that you do not miss any of our firsts. We have freebies to new releases, stories, and our upcoming guest interviews. Those are going to be very valuable for you. So many good things coming. And speaking of guests, we're looking for moms in every season of life to share their stories. If you know someone who should be featured, nominated, anything, go to our website. We have a place where you can nominate them or reach out to us. We're also hitting the road to review some of our favorite mom finds, places, and experiences. We've already visited the Painted Posy in Raymore, Missouri, Gearhead Curios in Galena, Kansas, amongst many other things. We've had moms send those in for us, and we can't wait to share more with you. So whether you're rocking a newborn at 2 a.m., dropping off your college freshman, which has happened a lot lately, and I share those tears with you, or you're rediscovering yourself in the quiet, remember, when you're here with us, you are not alone.